If you're planning a trip with your furry feline friend, then you've come to the right place. Preparing in advance makes sense so your trip will go perfectly and not become a nightmare. That's why in today's video, we'll be sharing with you 20 essential things that you should consider packing for your cat before you hit the road. From travel carriers and litter boxes to food and water bowls, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and let's get started on our journey to make traveling with your cat a breeze. So whether you're embarking on a cross-country road trip or a short weekend getaway, make sure you're well equipped with our cat travel checklist. Since we have a lot of experience with cats, we have already formed our own observations and conclusions. We hope that it will be helpful. By the way, our list is based in part on the ASPCA recommendations to keep at home in case of emergencies. So let's introduce you to our cat travel checklist. A carrier is one of the most important items when transporting pets. Recall that without a carrier, you will not only not be allowed to board an airplane or a train carriage, you can also be refused a cab ride. Therefore, the choice of a carrier should be taken with the utmost responsibility. After all, it is also for the safety of your pet. Water is a must-have attribute to take with you on the trip. Even if the cat will not eat, it is essential that she drinks water. It is recommended to take a small supply of water familiar to the cat. At the new place, it makes sense to mix homemade water with new water. This will reduce the likelihood of stomach upset. Most likely your cat won't eat anything while traveling. However, if the trip is long, it makes sense to take some familiar food with you. Here of course a lot depends on what kind of food you are used to. In the case of dry food, just pour it into any box with a tight lid. Optionally, you can use cat food in the form of pouches. Actually, for food and water, you should take cat bowls where you can put the food and pour the water. There is no point in taking large containers, it will be enough to take the smallest small bowls. If you are a regular traveler, we advise you to get a special collapsible travel bowl. And don't forget to keep your bowls clean when you travel. Here everything is clear, you need to take a litter box with you so that your pet can go to the toilet if necessary. A good alternative to bulky boxes can be special disposable trays made of ordinary cardboard. They can make your life easier when you're on the go because you don't have to wash them. This is especially true if you have limited access to water. Regarding the filler, it is recommended to take the one that you use every day. If you're going for a long time, it makes sense to take a little more to spare. There is a chance that you will not be able to find the same one in the new place. In the bottom of the carrier, we always put some kind of bedding in the form of a piece of the diaper. In case the animal goes to the toilet or, for example, turns over a bowl of water, all the liquid can't spread through the carrier. It will be enough to quickly take the diaper mat and replace it with a new one. The harness is also a critical necessity when traveling with your pet. It should be noted that your pet should already be familiar with the harness before you travel. Otherwise, the discomfort of the harness will add to the stress of moving. This device will greatly reduce the risk of your pet suddenly running away if, for example, you need to get him on the train. An additional option to the harness can be a variety of leashes and cords. This is especially useful if the animal is outside for long periods of time, for example near tents. Leashes allow you to increase the range so that cats can walk around and explore the area. You should also not forget your cat's favorite toys. The presence of such an item in the carrier, even if only slightly, can reduce the pet's stress and bring the situation closer to home. A favorite mouse, a ball, or an interactive ball will do just fine. If you play with the cat with all sorts of teasers and other sticks, don't forget to bring them too. Moral calm and distraction for the cat are exactly what pet toys can provide. Trash bags are useful for immediately and quickly changing a soiled diaper, throwing away a disposable litter box, or cleaning a regular litter box. It seems like a small thing, but if you do not have them on hand, you have to use improvised means such as ordinary bags. These items are already needed more for you to observe personal hygiene measures. Naturally, after changing bedding, litter, and, in fact, other procedures, it is elementary to wash your hands. Also, cat bowls that are used for food or water should be washed every day. Just like humans, it is also common for our pets to feel unwell or even sick. It makes sense to take a basic cat first aid kit with you. Your first aid kit and medications should be handled with the utmost care. In case of any force majeure situations, we still recommend calling your vet first and outlining the situation. We have many options for that now, including showing the cat on a video call. What is a veterinary passport? Actually, it is an international veterinary document that contains information about the animal and its owner. Vaccinations, deworming, tick treatment, and chipping are recorded in it. Keep in mind that in some countries, you cannot take your pet on a train or plane without a veterinary passport or accompanying certificates. Think of it as your personal passport. This may not be the most important item in the age of information technology, but the ASPCA has put this item on the list. The reasoning is that if you lose your pet, and if the means of communication do not work, your phone, then you can at least show the photo or make copies somewhere. Anyway, there is common sense here too, as we know, any rules, requirements, and recommendations are based on previous mistakes. Again, this point is recommended by the ASPCA. We guess they assume several developments. First, to avoid severe stress, it is sometimes permissible to cover the carrier with a blanket, bedspread, or other cloth. The main thing is to remember to allow air access. Second, in cases of low ambient temperatures, the animal can be wrapped in a blanket. Pet clothing. The question here is what country and whether you are going to. Of course, if a more northern or cold climate is expected, you should buy special clothing, jacket or sweater, for your pet. The choice can be huge, from the simplest fabric variations to fashionable designs. The choice is only up to your budget. However, don't forget the original purpose of the clothing is to keep your pet warm. LED flashlight on the harness. This option can be considered an advanced solution for those travelers who take their animals on wilderness vacations. The point is that by attaching a small flashlight to your pet's harness, you can keep it in view at all times. This is especially true for dark or dusky times of the day. Almost any animal, regardless of its length of hair, will leave a decent amount of hair or undercoat on your things. For example, our Abyssinian cats always have a fine undercoat, even though they are considered a short-haired breed. But our other cat of the noble breed spreads her down, you could stuff pillows with it. So it's all individual to breed, but there will always be hair or undercoat. And of course, the last point will be to have your responsibility, peace of mind and a great mood during your trip. On the one hand, take moving or traveling with your cat quite seriously. On the other hand, if you have taken all the precautions, fully enjoy your trip and vacation with your beloved pet. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or additional tips for traveling with cats, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful pet care videos like this one. Happy travels, and we'll see you in the next video.